looks for goal, right into the corner. What a start! What a start to the season! Wow!
All right, Beth, thank you so much for joining us on She Talks Chelsea. Firstly, how are you doing and how has your season been so far?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. It's been a very interesting season.
You've recently made 150 appearances for Chelsea. Can you go back and take us through some of your most memorable moments with this club?
Yeah, oh wow, yeah. It makes me feel old, 150. It's been a whirlwind. I think some of my favourite moments would be one of the first times I won the league with Chelsea. Definitely the first Continental Cup trophy that we won as well. It's all the trophies. I think my Stamford Bridge goal is a memorable one for me, and I think the whole 2019-2020 year that I had is probably my best to date for Chelsea. And really proud that recently, although because of COVID it was delayed a bit when we won the FA Cup. That was my first FA Cup with the club as well. So I'm really proud to have ticked off pretty much every box now other than the Champions League, so fingers crossed that's next.
And I mean, you mentioned your 30-yard goal at Stamford Bridge. We had a full question dedicated to that because everyone's jaws dropped when that went into the back of the net. Is that your all-time favourite, or are there some other ones that are up there with them?
I think that's definitely my favourite Chelsea goal, yeah, just because of it's at Stamford Bridge, it's iconic, it was in front of the fans. I think it was about 22,000 fans there, so for our Chelsea game that was one of the biggest attendances we'd had, and yeah, and it was on my weaker foot as well, so yeah, for me that's definitely up there with probably one of my favourite goals I've scored.
And so, as a top goal scorer, what are some of the training techniques that have helped you become one? Do you sort of work on something specifically, or has something helped you over the years to make you the goal scorer you are?
I think there's so many things that you can work on, whether it's your timing in the box, the way in which you connect with the ball, the different types of runs you make. In training, whenever we do extras, there's always a lot of, for forwards, different types of finishing, so that could be crossed finishes or quick touch out your feet and finding the corner finishes. I think as a forward over the years you learn what your strengths are, but you also want to strengthen your weaknesses. So I think it's knowing what you're best at in that area, keeping on top of that, but also bringing your other elements up to a good level as well. And I think that's when you start to see a striker score more and more goals, when it's not just the same type of goal they score, when they can adapt their game to a lot of different types of goals. So yeah, I think just obviously watching a lot of football as well helps, and watching how movements go and making sure that you're in a best position to beat the defender and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and we've seen a number of Chelsea forwards actually adapt, in the front line and put balls at the back of the net from whatever situation they are in. One of them obviously being Sam Kerr alongside you. How has your partnership developed with her in the Chelsea attacking force?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved playing with Sam since she came in. Like I said, the 2019-20 year, she came in at Christmas, and we found a good connection straight away. Up top, managing to link up and score some good goals together, winning a few trophies that year, and obviously she's gone on to keep banging goals in every week, no matter who she's playing with. But yeah, I really enjoy my partnership with Sam. I enjoy playing with Sam whenever we do play together. I think there's still a good connection there between us, and yeah, I think together we've been able to score some really good goals.
And so we've had a number of Chelsea players on She Talks Chelsea, from Millie to Magda to Fran, and we've always asked the question of Emma Hayes. And so I'll ask you as well, what is your relationship with her like? What is she like as a manager and a coach? And maybe some specific things you've picked up from her along your journey in Chelsea?
I think the biggest thing that people can't deny is that she's very strong-willed and strong-minded. I think she shows that. She shows she's determined, and that she'll do what she can to ensure that we get what we want. Obviously, we're a team of winners. I think she's unbelievable at bringing in such a good group of not just players but people, which creates such an amazing environment to work in that makes us all play well for each other, because it's not just selfishness. So I think one of the best things she's done for Chelsea is the characters of players that she's brought together that are not just phenomenal players but people, and that's massively accounted for the success that the team has had. I think the biggest thing I've learned from Emma is you've got to learn to be thick-skinned. I think football's not always as pretty as people think it is, and there's tough times as well as good times, and I think you have to learn to have a bit more of a thicker skin. And obviously coaching and everything wise, we're a team we're a team of winners, and I think they're very good at making sure that they get their players working how they want them to work, which has produced good performances on the pitch. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. I think the biggest compliment I can give her is the way she manages to bring in the best humans to be in the same environment.
And I think, I can attest to that because we follow footballers, but we also follow the personalities on the Chelsea team. And so we can really see good personalities, good humans on the team. But, I don't think anybody can say this, that they're going to be playing 2 FA Cup finals in the span of 3 months.
Yeah, it's strange.
But you're in another one now. What are your thoughts about that?
I'm excited for it. I'm hoping... obviously we get a bit of revenge on Man City because they recently just took the Continental Cup trophy off us, and I don't feel like I'm ready to let go of the FA Cup one just yet. So it would be an amazing end to the year to finish it with it to retain the trophy. I think it's going to be an extremely tough game. Hopefully at Wembley we're going to have a lot of Chelsea noise there, and everyone's going to get behind us because I think it's going to be a very exciting end-to-end game. And my fingers are crossed that it's all going to go well this time for us.
And in December, I can guarantee you there were a lot of Indian fans backing the team and watching you all late at night, and it's going to be the same this time around. Just to wrap up this interview, Beth, any message you have for all the Indian Blues who are passionately supporting the club from India?
Yeah, I just want to say, keep doing it. Obviously, we see you, we hear you, we can see it all on social media. We appreciate you. I think we're going to need you more than ever to get over this last push, these last 2 weeks. So just keep the blue flag flying high. We appreciate that it's always not the greatest of timings for you over there. So yeah, just where you can, be proud, chant our name, and just stick with us.
Thank you so much, Beth.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.